Hey guys, it's Victoria here, and I originally already did this video, but when I went to go edit it, it was crappy, and I just don't want to bring a crappy video to you guys. And even when I tried to edit it, it just didn't work. But this video is in collaboration with Christian, Octavia, Cabernet, I hope I'm not saying your name wrong, and Carmelex. All their videos will be linked in the description box, but basically I wanted to give you my 5 tips on how to survive the first 6 weeks with your newborn. And as you can see, I look a hot mess. This is mommy life. My kids are downstairs, the baby's downstairs, and I was gonna get, like, the original video was getting all dolled up and everything, and I'm just gonna be honest, this is real mom life. And that's my first tip. Don't overstress yourself out.
Hit me.
Okay.
Let me hit him back.
No.
Well, he hit me back.
Because you're being annoying. Roll out. And that goes with the mommy number 1 tip. Don't stress yourself out. I have a 2-month-old. I have a 7-year-old, a 9-year-old, a 10-year-old, and an 11-year-old. So my life is crazy and hectic. And the one thing I had to, like, figure out with myself with having a newborn along with 4 other kids was to not allow myself to get stressed out over the small things like that. I refuse to let myself get that stressed out over something I can't control. Things happen, life happens, and right now I'm dealing with some unfortunate things, but there's, you know, no control over anything that I can do about it. It is what it is, and I planned on editing this video and getting it uploaded as soon as possible so that you guys can have it. But that's life, you know, life of a mom. Tip number 2 is to follow your instinct. When I had my first oldest, I was listening to so many different advices, not knowing that my child had food allergies, you know, and I was, in a sense, harming her than following my own gut. I knew there was something wrong with her and I didn't listen to it. And it took me until she was about 2.5, 3 years old to finally figure out that she had food allergies. Even though I knew something wasn't right, but nobody would listen to me. Nobody would, you know, help me in a sense. I mean, I would constantly keep going to doctors. I constantly was talking to people about it. I was constantly, you know, trying to get, you know, help for this, and nobody would listen to me. And then finally I switched to doctor, and somebody was like, you know what, no, something's not right. This is what needs to get done. And we finally got it figured out that there was something wrong, and it turned out that she had food allergies, and not only to one thing or the common 8, but she was allergic to like 12 different foods. So yeah, follow your instincts, mama. Follow your instincts. Tip number 3. If you decide, whether if you decide to breastfeed or not, I feel like you should be prepared regardless. That's where I learned my lesson when it came to baby number 3. I planned on doing the whole breastfeeding thing and everything, and I was just like, I'm so determined, and it failed, and I wasn't prepared. I was not prepared at all because I didn't have formula, I didn't have anything to feed this child, and he was up screaming for hours because I didn't have anything to give him. My milk supply wasn't coming in strong enough for him compared to like my other kids, and I was stressed out. So regardless if you decide to breastfeed or not, be prepared. Whether if you get 1 can, 2 cans, multiple types of cans of different formulas that work for you or not, just be prepared. Because, you know, and if you do succeed in breastfeeding, I feel like just having a can available for those nights that you're just so exhausted and you're sleep deprived and you just need a moment to yourself, just give the baby a bottle, a formula, pump, go to bed. Don't stress yourself out, mom. Just don't. Just get it through. Just breathe through it. And then my tip number 4 is to breathe. It may be in unison with number 1, but it's totally on this other spectrum on itself. Just breathe. Sometimes we can get overly frustrated. No. Hurry up. Breathe. When you're breastfeeding, when the baby's up for screaming and you can't figure out what's wrong with the baby, just breathe. Sometimes we have to allow the baby to cry and just take a moment and breathe and allow ourselves to just get through it and breathe. And my last tip, which is number 5, is to reach out for help or accept help. That's one thing I didn't have this time, was to get any help. It was just basically all on me. My husband was constantly working. He's still constantly working. And I don't have any family and friends, being that I'm down here in Maryland. I mean, I have family and friends, but they're kind of far out. It's not like I can just be like, hey, come over. Can you grab these kids for a couple minutes while I take a shower, take a bath? Which I know it's been a couple of days. But I'm just saying, it's been a couple of days, and mama, you know, if you got the help, take the help. If you need the moment to breathe, not stress out, and not be frustrated, ask for help. Don't be afraid to reach out and ask family and friends if they can watch the baby, even if they're not, you know, keeping the baby for a couple hours, even if it's for 10 minutes so you can jump in the shower, 10 minutes so you can breathe, 10 minutes so you can go read a book, something. It doesn't matter, just so that you can relax and gather your thoughts and be okay. Because the number one thing is that in order for you to be able to take care of your baby, and if you have other kids like I do, you have to take care of yourself. Because if you're not happy, the household's not going to be happy, and it's just going to fall apart. So those are my 5 tips on how to survive the first 6 weeks of a newborn life. And even more if you have multiple kids like I do. Yeah, so I apologize for my hair, my face, my outfit, because, you know, I got stains all over. It's not cute, it's not sexy, but this is the mom life, hashtag. And I'm always getting interrupted. But like this video if you guys want to see more. Subscribe, the button down below, hit the bell if you want to get notified about our videos, because I'm always in the comment section writing back. I'm always interacting with you guys. And yeah, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye.